Hi, this is Shawn Carson from the International Centre for Positive Change and Hypnosis, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Swish pattern. The Swish pattern is a fantastic pattern from the world of NLP. It's amazingly useful, amazingly versatile, and amazingly powerful. Now, you may ask, why is that? Shawn, why is this pattern so fantastic? And I'll tell you. It's because it's a simple chaining of visual pictures. There are two pictures which are chained together, which are attached together. The first picture is something that we see in the outside world, something that we see that maybe in the past has made us feel less than resourceful, and we want to change that. The second picture is a picture that we make internally, inside our own mind. We attach those two pictures together so that as soon as we see the picture in the outside world, as soon as we see this trigger in the outside world, our brain immediately triggers that positive picture which is going to make us feel good, make us feel fantastic in that context, in that situation. And we're going to talk about a particular swish right now, a particular version of the swish. Like we said, the swish is a versatile pattern. It can be used in any piece of change work, any piece of coaching, any situation. But we're going to talk about the situation of dating, the situation in particular of going into a social context and approaching another person. Now, that sounds like an easy thing to do, but for many people that is difficult. It's difficult to walk into a bar, see a person who you're attracted to, and actually walk up and say hi, introduce yourself, and start a conversation. How do we do that? Using the swish. Well, the swish is in two parts. The first part is, what is the picture in the outside world that should start the process? Remember, we're chaining two pictures together. So what's the picture in the outside world? Obviously, in this case, it's a person in the social context who you're attracted to. So perhaps I walk into a bar and I see a girl and I'm attracted to her. So the picture of that girl is going to be the first picture that we will see. And in particular, we're going to be focusing on the girl's face. Okay? I see this girl in the bar, I look at her face, I find her attractive. That's going to be the first picture, the picture of the girl's face. So we'll take that picture and we'll put it on one side for now, and we'll talk about the second picture. The second picture is a picture which I make inside my own mind, and it's a picture of my ideal self. How I would be in my ideal state to approach that girl. Now, you may ask, well, what would that picture be? And I'll give you an example. A lot of my clients are young men who want to be confident in approaching girls. I live in New York, and the dating scene is very competitive. So they want to be confident in approaching girls. And I always say, well, who is it that you know who has that sense of confidence? And a lot of the guys actually say James Bond. James Bond, for some reason, captures that ideal representation of a confident man who's able to approach a woman in a confident way. So, I would say to them, well, what do you see when you imagine James Bond? What's the picture that you see? And maybe they go, it's Daniel Craig, right, in Casino Royale, with that manly power. So I say, okay, make a picture of Daniel Craig, James Bond in Casino Royale in your mind's eye. And they go, okay, I've got it. And I go, make that picture big, make it life-size, make it even a little bit bigger than life-size, so you could easily step into that. How would that be? And they go, oh, that's fantastic. Daniel Craig, James Bond, 007, licensed to kill. Okay? So they have this picture of James Bond, they have this picture of Daniel Craig in front of them, life-size, big, bright, colourful, three-dimensional picture. And I say, okay, just for the moment, let's take that picture and shrink it down. Let's shrink it down until it's about the size of a postage stamp. Now, you remember we have the picture of this girl in the bar that I as the client, want to approach. I'm going to take that picture of Daniel Craig and I'm going to actually place it on her forehead. So when I see her face, she has this beautiful face, and right in the middle of her forehead, she has a picture of Daniel Craig, James Bond, 007, License to Kill. Okay? Now we come to the switch. Now we come to the exciting part. When I look at her face with that postage size stamp, Daniel Craig, James Bond, 007, License to Kill, that picture is going to leap out of her forehead and expand to life size between me, the client, and the girl. So I see the girl's face, see the picture, Daniel Craig, James Bond, 007, License to Kill, expands to life size. I step forward into that picture. I actually become James Bond. Hi, my name is Bond, James Bond. And then I step forward and I say, hi, my name is Shawn Carson. To the girl, as James Bond, I'm feeling like James Bond, I have that confidence of James Bond. And then I blank the screen and I repeat the process. See the girl's face, see the postage stamp, Daniel Craig, James Bond, 007, License to Kill, leaps out of her forehead, life size in between me and the girl. I step forward into James Bond. I feel what that's like to be James Bond, and I step forward and I introduce myself to the girl. And I repeat that within my mind as many times as I need to. Now, the great thing about the Swish is that we can use it for self-coaching. So I could actually go into a bar, my wife would not be pleased about this, but I could step into the bar, I could see a girl who I like, I could imagine the postage stamp picture, Daniel Craig, James Bond, 007, License to Kill, on her forehead. It could leap out, I could step into that, step forward and introduce myself, feeling as I do like I'm James Bond. In real time, in the real world. So this is the basis of the Swish. This is the basis of the Swish in a coaching, dating context. Wonderful pattern, great results from this pattern. Please feel free to use this next time you're out on a date. If you happen to be a girl, it doesn't have to be James Bond. It could be Angelina Jolie or whoever you imagine is a confident female. For more information, read our book, The Swish, available at Amazon.com by Shawn Carson and Jess Marion. Or visit our website, bestnlpnewyork.com, or on Facebook, NLP and Hypnosis Resource. That's all we have time for right now. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, and goodbye.